Good day everyone, I'm Sir Nestor and welcome to my lesson video tutorial in Statistics and Probability 3rd quarter. We are now in the 5th lesson and at this time we will discuss computing probability corresponding to a given random variable. For today's objectives, number 1, illustrate probability distribution for a discrete random variable. And number 2, computes probabilities corresponding to a given random variable. Muli po, kung kayo po ay bago sa aking channel, so pwede po bang like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell para updated po kayo sa lahat ng mga videos na aking gagawin at i-upload po dito sa aking channel. So again, wag na po natin patagalin and let us now proceed in discussing lesson number 5. Good day everyone. At this time, let us now proceed to lesson 5. Computing probability corresponding to a given random variable. So, ito po yung pinaka-topic natin ngayong araw na ito. And now, paano po natin kukumputin yung probability corresponding to a given variable? To start with, let's have a short recap regarding our last topic. At this time, kindly cooperate with me kung ano yung mga possible answers sa ating review na gagawin ngayong araw na ito. So, the first one, which of the following table represents probability distribution? So last time, we discussed the two properties involving discrete probability distribution. According to the two properties, number 1, all the values must be between 0 or 1 or equal to 0 and 1. And second 2, if we will get the sum of all the values of the given probability, it must be equal to 1. So yun yung ating tatandaan. Okay, so tingnan po natin ang example number 1. At this time, we will add the probability of x. So since ito ay naka-express into decimal at ang 0.11, 0.15, 0.42, and 0.44, yan po ay nasa property number 1. Na-satisfied niya ang property number 1. Ang tanong, yung property number 2, yan po ba ay equal to 1? So i-check natin. So add. Okay, so if we will try to add, so 1.12 ang sum. So therefore, it is not an example of a probability distribution. How about the second one? Okay, for the second one, we have 1/3, 1/2, 1/3, 1/3. Now, ang 1/2 natin dito ay 0.5 na po yan. At ang 1/3, 1/3, 1/3, if we will add, so they are similar fractions. Therefore, so we have 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3, and 3 over 3 is 1. Therefore, na letter B is equal to 1.5 or 1.5. Okay, therefore it is not an example of a probability distribution. Okay, about letter C. So letter C is in the form of decimal. Therefore, let us add. So we have 0.32, 0.28, 0.28, 0.12. So the sum of that is 1. Therefore, it is an example of a probability distribution. Last example, letter D. So we have 1/5, 1/5, 1/5, 1/5. So lahat sila ay na-satisfied ang property number 1. How about property number 2? Add natin. Similar fractions sila. So we have 1 plus 1, 2 plus 1, 3 plus 1, 4. So 4 over 5. It is not an example of a probability distribution. Okay, so let us move to the next slide. To find out if you are ready to learn in this new lesson, determine the probability of the following. Okay, so for example, find the probability of the following event. And the given event is this. Letter A, getting an odd number in a single roll of a die. Okay, so again, what is the probability of getting an odd number in single roll of a die? So in that case, how many odd numbers do we have? 3. Okay, now how many pieces do we have? Okay, so there are 6. Therefore, to get the probability of E, the event of getting an odd number has 3 outcomes. Those are, okay, so we have 1, 3, and 5. Since there are 6 faces in a die, then the probability of getting an odd number is 3 over 6. Ito yung ating tatlong odd numbers at ang faces po niya ay 6. Kaya 3 over 6 or expressed into simplest form, and that is 1/2. So therefore, the answer is 1/2. Next, second event. For the second event, getting an ace when a card is drawn from a deck. Now, alam natin na meron tayong 4 na ace sa deck of card. So there are 52 cards, no? Okay, so bakit po? Di ba kada set we have 13 and times 4, so that is, okay, 52. Now, what is the probability of getting an ace when the card is drawn from a deck? Okay, ang gagawin lang po natin ay ito. So, nabanggit ko na nga po na meron tayong 4 aces. Okay, so the event of getting an ace when the card is drawn from a deck is 4. So since there are 52 faces in the deck of cards, then the probability of getting an ace is 4 over 52, or expressed in decimal, so that is 1 over 13. So this is now the final answer. So 1 over 13 yung ating final answer. Okay, so ito po yung ating 4 na aces. Ano po? Okay, next, how about letter C? So the next event is this. So letter C, getting a number greater than 2 in a single roll of a die. Okay, so again, how many faces do we have? So we have 6. Ang sabi dito, getting a number greater than 2. What are those? So we have 3, 4, 5, and 6. So it means there are 4 outcomes. Now, what is the probability? The event of getting a number greater than 2 in a single roll of a die has 4 outcomes. So what are those? The number that greater than 2 are 3, 4, 5, and 6. Since there are 6 faces in a die, then the probability of getting a number greater than 2 is 4 over 6. At sa lowest term, yan po ay 2 over 3. So therefore, our final answer is 2 over 3. Okay? Nakukuha po ba? And let us now proceed to letter D, getting doubles when 2 dice are rolled. Okay? Okay, so sa case na to, kung mapapansin ninyo, meron tayong 36 outcomes. No po? Okay, alin lang yung dyan yung nag-double? Okay, di ba halimbawa meron tayong 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 5, 1, 6. Then we have 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 4, 2, 5, 2, 6. Okay, so ang mga nag-double dyan ay ito po, ano? So we have 1, 1, 2, 4, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, and 6, 6. So therefore, the probability of getting doubles is 6 over 36 or 1 over 6. So therefore, the answer for letter D is 1 over 6 in a simplest term. Okay, so dapat ay lagi natin pong ilalagay in a simplest form or simplest term. Okay, so this time, let us now proceed in the example of computing probability corresponding to a given random variable. So, ang kagandahan po nito, so since meron na kayong idea sa lesson number 4 in getting the probability of a random variable, so medyo madali na. So, ang mangyayari na lang po dito is i-compute na lang po natin yung kanyang probability. Okay, now, here is the example number 1 in finding the or in computing the probability of a random variable. Okay, Golden's Bakery is known for its famous Filipino delicacies. Among these foods, which is a native delicious food called kakanin, is a leche puto. The bake shop owner recorded the number of boxes leche puto that were delivered each day. The number of boxes delivered for 10 days is shown below. So ito yung problem natin. Now, meron na siyang provided na table na kung ilang boxes ang na-deliver every day for 10 days. Okay, so ito po yun ha. Okay, we have, at here's the question, at ito po yung sinasabing table below. So again, we have day 1 to day 10 at ang number of boxes na i-deliver are as follows. In day 1, we have 35, day 2, 37, day 3, 50, day 4, 45, day 5, okay, 37, day 6, 45, day 7, 40, day 8, 42, day 9, 45, day 10, 42. Now, sa case na to, sasagutan po natin ang mga tanong na ito and how we're going to compute the probability. Okay, there are 5 questions that we need to be answered at tayo ay gagabayan gamit ang mga examples na naandito sa ating slide. Okay, ito yung first question na sasagutan natin later on. What is the probability that 40 or more boxes will be delivered on a day? Okay, next, number 2. What is the probability that the number of boxes delivered will be at least 37 but not more than 50? Number 3. What is the probability that at most 40 boxes will be delivered on a particular day? Number 4. Find the probability where x is less than or equal to 45. And number 5, find the sum of the probability of 40 and the probability of 50. Okay, paano natin po nga sasagutin yan? So, ang una po natin gagawin ay ito. Sabi daw, to answer the given question, you have to construct first the probability distribution. So, yun ang una pala natin gagawin. Ay, di ba itong table na naandito sa ay parang ginawa na natin before sa lesson number 4. So, gagawa tayo ngayon ng tinatawag na probability distribution na natutunan natin yan dun sa ating lesson before. So, let x, the value of the random variable represented by the number of boxes of leche puto. The probability distribution is shown below. By the way, class, ito yung given, di ba? Now, paano po tayo magko-construct ng probability distribution? Based dun sa example natin before, sa lesson number 4, di ba, ang gagawin natin, let us count the number of boxes. Okay, so, ano po ang gagawin natin? Now, sa case dito sa may dilaw na ating table, okay, sa case na to po, ano po ang una nating gagawin? Ito po sa ating table na blue, ang gagawin po, ilalagay po natin yung number of boxes pero once lang po natin isusulat kung may mga nagdoble or may nagtriple. Okay, so sa case na to, halimbawa po, let us begin with 35. So, 35, ilan pong 35 meron sa 10 days na naka-indicate dito? So, ang ating outcome ay 10. So, we have only 1/35, so express as 1/10 as our probability. Next, 37. Tingnan po natin. So, 37, ang susunod na number, ilan ang 37? Dalawa. So, therefore, express nyo ang probability as 2/10 or 1/5. The next number is 40. Ilang 40 po meron? Isa lang. Kaya ito po ay same as 1/10. The next number is 42. Ilan po? 1, 2. So we have 2/10 or 1/5. Next number is 45. Okay, ilang 45? 1, 2, 3. Therefore, it is 3/10. And lastly, we have 50. Ilang 50 po meron? And we have 1. So, 1/10. Okay, so class, ganyan lang po ang gagawin natin. Kailangan makuha po muna natin yung kanyang probability. Then, after nito, pwede na po nating sagutan yung 5 questions na nakita natin dun sa unang slide bago tayo pumunta dito. Okay, let us begin to answer question number 1. Okay, so at this time, gagamitin na po natin yung blue table na may probability. So of course, hindi dapat mawawala yung ating possible values of a random variable na 35, 37, 40, 42, 45, and 50. Here's the first question. What is the probability that 40 or more boxes will be delivered on a day? Okay, so again, 40 or more. Ibig sabihin po, with the use of the table, okay, ang kailangan natin ay yung number of boxes starting from 40 up to 40 to 45 and 50. So again, the probability that 40 or more boxes will be sold in a particular day means P, or the probability of X, is greater than or equal to 40. Now, ulitin ko, so ang hahanapin natin ay ang P of X is equal to 40, P of X is equal to 42, P of X is equal to 45, and P of X is equal to 50. So the next step, ang gagawin natin, okay, of course, get the sum using our illustration here. So substitute the corresponding probability to start with. So we have 40 is 1 over 10. Okay, then 42 is we have 2 over 10. Okay, ulitin ko po, gamitin na lang po muna natin ay 2 over 10 para mas mabilis pong i-add kasi po similar terms na po sila. Okay, then we have 45. P of 45 is 3 over 10, and last is P of 50 is 1 over 10. And then after po nyan, class, pwede na po nating i-add. So we have 1 plus 2, 3 plus 3, 6 plus 1, 7. Therefore, our answer is 7 over 10 or 0.7. So this is the answer for number 1. So again, 7 over 10 or 0.7. Okay, proceed po tayo sa number 2. What is the probability that the number of boxes delivered will be at least 37 but not more than 50? At least. So, ibig sabihin, so, kasama si 37 pero hindi daw dapat more than 50. Okay, so, ibig sabihin, alin po ang mga kasama dyan? Okay, so, kasama sina the probability that the number of boxes delivered will be at least 37 at more than 50 means that the probability of X is greater than or equal to 37 but less than 50. So, ibig sabihin, hindi kasama si 50. So, ano yun? We have 37 dahil may equal, so kasama si 37. 37, 40, 42, and 45. Yan ang hahanapin natin. Okay, combine the P of 37, P of 40, P of 42, and P of 45. Substitute, so we have 37, P of 37 is 2 over 10, P of 40 is we have 1 over 10. Okay, then we have P of 42 is we have, okay, 2 over 10, and P of 45 is 3 over 10. Okay, so i-add lang po natin. We have 2 plus 1, 3 plus 2, 5 plus 3, 8. Kaya naging 8 over 10 or 4 over 5. So we have also expressed in decimal. So again, the final answer for number 2 is 4 over 5 or 0.8. Okay, so nakaintindihan po ba ang ating question number 2? Okay, proceed na po tayo sa question number 3. So, ulitin ko po, 5 po yung ating sasagutan. Ano? So, sasagutan po natin yung 5 yung gamit yung iisang table na ito. Ano? Okay, number 3. What is the probability that at most 40 boxes will be delivered on a particular day? Okay, so alin naman daw ang kasama at most? So, ang ibig sabihin niyan, the probability that at most 40 boxes will be delivered particularly day means in symbol, we have the probability of X is less than or equal to 40. So, ibig sabihin, kasama si 40 at yung mga value na mas mababa kay 40. Ano yun? So, we have 37 and 35. Kaya ang hahanapin natin ay, okay, P of 40, P of 37, and P of 35. Okay, so, again, substitute the corresponding probability for P of 40. We have 1 over 10. P of 37, we have 2 over 10. And lastly, P of 35 is 1 over 10. And, okay, pag inad natin, 1 plus 2 plus 1, 4. 4 over 10 or 2 pip or 0.4. So this is our answer for number 3. So 2/5 or 0.4. Okay? Sana po ay maliwanag po ang ating example number 3. How about example number 4? Find P of X is less than or equal to 45. So again, kasama si 45, ano po yung mga value na mas mababa sa kanya? Less than kasi So we have 42, 40, 37, and 35. Yun po yung mga hahanapan natin. Okay, i-add lang po si P of 45, P of 42, P of 40, P of 37, and P of 35. Again, substitute the corresponding probability. Sa P of 45, we have 3/10. Sa ating P of 42, we have 2/10. Sa P of 40, we have 1/10. Sa P of 35, we have 2/10. And lastly, sa P of 35, we have 1/10. Now, ang gagawin, add. So, we have, i-add lang po natin. 3 plus 2, 5 plus 1, 6 plus 2 is 8 plus 1 is 9. Therefore, we have 9/10 or 0.9. This is the answer for number 4. We have 9/10 or 0.9. Okay, let us move to example number 5. Find P of 40 and P of 50. So again, let us find the probability of 40 and the probability of 50. By looking at the probability of 40, we have 1/10, and the probability of 50 is 1/10. Combine the two. So isa-substitute natin para makuha natin ang sum. We have 1/10 for 40, and we have also the same as 1/10 for 50. Therefore, we have 2/10 or 1/5, or in decimal, that is equivalent to 0.2. So therefore, the final answer is 1/5 or 0.2. Okay na, ipaliwanag ko po bang mabuti yung ating mga sagot sa ating exercises na 1 to 5? Sana po ay naintindihan ninyo. As maging reference ninyo, lalo na't pag kayo ay magsasagot ng ating mga summative test or even yung exercises na nasa ating module. Okay, so may tanong pa po ba? So kung wala po, let us now move to the next activity. So let's have a short activity and it's fun time. So start po tayo sa ating example number 1. I prepared 4 questions. Okay, pwede po kayong sumabay sa akin at kung gusto nyo po ay i-determine nyo din ang sagot, and afterwards i-declare ko ang sagot para malaman nyo po kung ano yung final answer. Okay, let us begin with example number 1. The given table represents a probability distribution. Here's the question. What is the probability of 1 plus the probability of 4? At this time, meron tayong table, and ang maganda dito, may choices. So, especially kung tayo magsasagot ng mga summative test, alam nyo kung paano sasagutan. Okay. Sa ating P of X, we have 1/3 sa 1, 1/6 sa 2, 1/6 sa 3, and 4 is 1/3. Ang tanong, what is the probability of 1 plus the probability of 4? So, ibig sabihin, hanapin lang natin yung probability na nasa tapat ni 1 at ni we have 4. So, 1/3 plus 1/3, what is the answer? Exactly. So, the answer is 2/3. At yun ay matatagpuan sa letter D. Therefore, the answer for number 1 is letter D. Okay, maliwanag po ba example number 1? Proceed tayo sa example number 2. In the experiment of tossing a coin twice, the following table shows the probability distribution. Here's the question. What is the probability of X is less than or equal to 2? Okay. Again, kasama si 2 at ano yung mga value na mas mababa pa kay 2? Di si 1 at saka si 0. So, ibig sabihin, lahat sila ay kukuhanin natin. So, ibig sabihin, i-add natin starting from 2 down to 0. Okay, so again, 1/4 plus 1/4 is we have, so 2/4 or 1/2. So 1/2 plus 1/2 is, 1. Therefore, the answer for number 2 is letter D. 1 is the answer. Okay, yun po. Letter D is the correct answer. Next number. So sa case na to, ang sabi, refer to the given table in answering numbers 3 and 4. Here is the question and okay, here is the table and the question 3 and 4. Okay, so look at the number of tails. So we have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and the P of X are 0.125, 0.375, 0.375, and 0.125. Question number 3. Find P of X is less than or equal to 1. Okay, kasama si 1 and those value that is less than to 1. Eh di ang kasama lang po ay si 1 at saka po si 0. Okay, yun lang po ang hahanapin sa problem na ito. Therefore, 0.0125 plus 0.375, pag edad po natin yan, kita naman, ano? 5 plus 5, 10, carry 1. 7 plus 2, 9, carry 1 kanina, di ba? Edi 10 uli, carry 1. So, 3 plus 1, 4, may carry 1 kanina, 5. So, ibig sabihin, 0.5 is the answer, or 0.500. So, the correct answer is letter C. Okay, next. Last question, number 4. Find the probability of X is greater than or equal to 1. Kung kanina ay less than or equal to 1, ngayon naman ay greater than or equal to 1. So, ibig sabihin, kasama pa rin si 1 kasi may equal sign. And what are the values that is greater than 1? So, we have 2 and 3. Kasama sila lahat. Okay, same value lang po na napadagdag lang po ay 0.37. Kanina meron na tayong 0.5. I-add na lang natin ang 0.375 sa 0.5 and what is the sum? Okay, very good. So the correct answer is letter okay, D. So we have 0.875. Okay, so that is letter D. So, sana po sa mga examples na i-present ko po sa inyo ay may natutunan po kayo regarding computing the probability of a given random variable. Okay? So, muli po, so maraming salamat po sa inyong pakikinig. Okay? And sana po ay totally nakatulong po talaga ang ating video na ito, especially sa mga grade 11 students na nahihirapan pagdating sa topic ng statistics and probability. Again, kung meron po kayong mga comments, suggestion regarding our video, so pwede po kayong maglagay sa comment box na nasa ibaba. For my improvement, gaya ng sinasabi ko po before, okay, so tayo po ay bago sa larangan ng YouTube. Again, thank you for watching and see you in the next video.